This is the 5-Minute Youth Devotional Reading with Alex Sarria.
March 31st, the changed order. Exodus 20:17 says, "You must not covet your neighbor's house. You must not covet your neighbor's wife, male or female servant, ox or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor." Years ago, I was preaching at a church and saw in the background 2 tablets of the law. The artist had inscribed the numbers in Hebrew and had put, as appropriate, 4 numbers on one tablet and 6 on the other. There's only one small problem. On the first tablet, instead of putting 1, 2, 3, and 4, he had put 10, 1, 2, and 3. Since no one knew Hebrew, they had not realized the error. I found it very significant because it turns out that the commandment that most affects our society is the 10th. You will be surprised by what I'm about to say, and that is possibly one of the reasons why I believe it is the commandment that we have the hardest time fulfilling. Most of us have grown up in urban environments. In 1800s, only the city of Beijing exceeded 1 million inhabitants, and most of the world's population lived in the country. In 1900, about 150 million inhabitants lived in cities. In 2000, 3 billion inhabitants lived in urban areas, and in 2008, half of the world resided in cities. Such a situation has some advantage because it involves less expenses, but it generates a lifestyle that leads us to codependency and therefore the need for trade. Commercial exchange is not negative in itself, but it produces a dynamic of constant desires. Our basic needs, food, clothing, shelter, have multiplied in areas ranging from fashion to decoration and delicatessen, variable food. For the distant change to take place, trade generates the concept of desire. We live in a world of the temporary and the desirable. Excessive desire is a worldwide trend. Fashionable clothing. It no longer changes only with each season. The in-style gadget innovations are constant. The fashionable car, before fossil fuel, now electric. So many things that the switch of desire and new desire is in constant operation. I think we have to stop and return to the greatness of the simple. It's true that less is more, especially when less entails a better vision of ourselves. Perhaps we have to leave the city for a while, leave the phone at home, and rediscover a landscape of nature. Perhaps when we return to our origins, the healthiest desires will arise, those that take us away from things and bring us closer to people. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this was helpful for you, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Always remember this: walking with God is the greatest thing you could ever do. You are His priority. Make Him yours, and you will always live out your purpose. God bless.